So Benny the Butcher, yes, from Buffalo Zone. We can talk about him shot in Houston. Yes, he made a song 330 in Houston addressing his incident being shot. He was saying ain't doing no interviews unless it's Anderson Cooper, Bobby Walters. He said fuck Wendy Williams. We gonna get into how he was shot in Houston. So the New York rapper Benny was shot during a robbery attempt outside of Walmart in Houston. Jody Silva said the performer, the spokesperson in Houston said Jermaine Pennant is his real name. Jeremy Pennant. He was shot in the leg around 4:30 p.m. Saturday afternoon in the parking lot of Walmart on the southwest side of the city. As Pennant stepped out of his Rosewood, 5 individuals wearing masks approached him and the 2 were with him, demanding their chains. The trio began taking off their jewelry, but were not moving fast enough for one of the suspects who suddenly shot the rappers at it. She said the suspect fled the scene and was taken to the hospital. He's in stable condition and expected to survive. These guys still remain at large. They was seen in a Chevy Malibu. Of course, somebody's gonna do a shooting in probably a black Chevy Malibu to change the jewelry. I don't know why they steal these shits, guys. People steal jewelry and steal nowadays. Like after you rob them and steal, what you gonna do with it? Post it on social media. I'm gonna snatch his chain and go live with it. Buy it back, rob him again, make him try to buy it back. My mind different. That was the most stupidest shit Post Shot ever said. That is ridiculous to me. The ignorance and the robbing and stealing chain, bro. You gonna get caught, bro. Like. I believe what goes around comes around. And then if you try to sell it to somebody, they ain't gonna give you the real value for it because they know you stole it. And it's customized jewelry. Customized jewelry always depreciated. Jewelry is the most depreciating asset. So you did all this shit and then split the money. You gonna go to prison the rest of your life for what, $5,000? Like the XX situation. One dude, the truth teller on there got $5K. He got the least amount of cut, and he going to prison. So he did all that for nothing. This has got to be some of the worst shit right here. You know, he's part of Griselda. He had the album Burden of Proof at the time. He with the Rock Nation deal with Jay-Z. You know, and actually that year, 2020, they had Boosie was shot and Mo 3 was gunned down on the freeway the Wednesday before Benny the Butcher. So it was a lot of shooting going on that time during that 2020 of Houston that year, man. It was terrible out there, man. Jay Prince supposed to be the boogeyman in Houston. Why he got them, controlling the city? Why he ain't letting these niggas check in and checking these goddamn robbers and killers out here controlling the shit? He supposed to be the boogeyman. He supposed to be the Slim Reaper of goddamn Houston. He supposed to be the king of Houston, the mob ties. I don't see no mob ties, motherfucker. That's it. No clan ties, no ties. They are untied right here. They are not close to the street. They supposed to be having their ear to the streets. They 3 sons, the 3 Stooges. They should have got them, having some pool in the city. So they ain't had no pool. So Benny had beef with Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams said she didn't know who Benny Butcher was during her show. Wendy said, "Who is Benny Butcher from Buffalo?" He had talks with Eminem, but he never signed a deal. Westside Gun and Conway the Machine signed Shady. He said, "Who is she?" She said, "Who is she?" She asked the audience, who is he? Got over 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify. And she said in the extra audience, she told the topic that was on her show, she said, this guy Benny the Butcher was shot. Like, who the hell is Benny the Butcher? Some people in the audience knew her, and she was like, hey, I didn't know y'all knew who this guy was. And, she asked the audience if they knew who he was. He was shot November 15th, 2020. And on the screen behind the words, Benny the Butcher shot was displayed. She said the audience's name. They laugh and say, well, he's alive, so it's okay to laugh. So I just felt like that was inappropriate. That man can still die from your leg or be paralyzed. So it really wasn't nothing funny about the situation. But that man, he got songs with, he's a respected artist though with it. Buffalo, they do it. I believe Shannon Sharp had something to say about it too. Like, ain't no rappers out of Buffalo, So I just thought that was, ignorance. You just, hey, there's a lot of rappers out of Buffalo. You just don't know them or you don't listen to them. And Shannon Sharp is an old head too, by the way. There's Robin season, and he dropped that song. And she said, Wendy Williams said she described Benny being a Rolls Royce. Says, first of all, I don't believe that was a Rolls Royce because somebody named Benny the Butcher would never heard ass clap if you know who that is. Tony Evans didn't clap and say, surprised you do. And, that was something, people tweeted talking about Wendy. One guy said Wendy Williams and Griselda are making Buffalo proud, and you laughed at him and threw dirt. He is putting the city on, though, man. So, of course, they didn't find anybody. And then after he left, he posted on his Instagram story confirming he was out of the hospital and aboard a private jet. So, he rolled off in style. He survived. He succumbed to his injuries. This is very sad though that it is Robin season. It's the savages out here. I don't understand why people think crime pays or they gonna get away with this shit. They watched. I don't know if they've been watching First 48, but usually 98% of people in First 48 tell on one another and they get caught. They got forensics. They got cameras out here. So if you want to be a career criminal, that career will fail. You need to find a new profession because you're most likely gonna get caught or you're gonna get killed out here. Gonna get caught most likely though. The cops don't deal with people smarter than you. The cops are working, vigorously. They work multiple shifts. While you sleep, they're working. The cops can team up with other people. They got more resources, more connections than you. Criminals. And besides, as a criminal, you always forget something. You always gonna, you always gonna lose something in your tracks. You gotta be perfect every time to be a criminal. See, the cops only got to catch you slipping up once. You got to be perfect every time. And the odds of you being perfect and not making any mistakes or, any malpractice could cause you to get found, the kids you get caught up in the trap. So that means every time you have to be perfect in your pattern. You have to practice this pattern. And one of these days you're going to slip up and they will catch you because, hey, criminals never fail. Criminals always fail. Justice will be served. So, but Benny Butcher is one of my favorite rappers. Burden of Proof was a classic album. Tanker Talk 3 was good. He's a dope ass MC, one of the best lyricists in the game. If you like that gritty hardcore, he worked with Derringer, The Alchemist. The production on there is just straight 90s New York style. If you're into that, but y'all check him out. Y'all tap in. Y'all like, comment, subscribe to the video. I'm out.